you've probably been told that we're either visual, auditory, or kinesthetic, implying that these are three different kinds of people. You're either visual, or somebody who hears stuff, or somebody who feels. Well, this isn't true. The thing about visual, auditory, and kinesthetic is that these are modes of taking in, of processing information, of understanding our world, and of expressing ourselves. And if you take it contextually, what you naturally predominantly are will show up. By example, a person who's primarily visual and then secondarily auditory and then minorly kinesthetic will first, in like a new social interaction, first take in the visual information, see the sight, sounds, and will even tend to present himself in that way. Like, there's first the visual impact of this person. And then secondarily, there's tone and tenor and communication verbally. And he will also, or she will also tend to take in information this way. So much so that after the visual spectacle of it all, they'll take in information in little bits in communication. And then if they're lastly kinesthetic, meaning they took in information and delivered information in a visual manner and then took in information and expressed themselves in a communicative auditory manner, there's that aspect where you sit down with them or they sit down with you and just get a feel for the vibe of being next to you, and then tone down in communication to match what this gateway of learning and understanding needs. And it's a more tempered down speech. And if you take them in order, there's first visual, auditory, kinesthetic. There's first the visual spectacle of it all, and then really fast, short communication, or like a burst of words where things are delivered really, really fast, like, hey, hi, this is John. And then there's the sing-song auditory quality of, oh yeah, I've gotten a feel for that, and yeah, that's right. And then there's a vibe, and there's even the kinesthetic visual presentation of what it is to be an auditory person and to take in and vibe with other people who happen to be auditory as well. And then there's the kinesthetic piping down and getting a feel for the people in the situation, just hunkering down and tuning into our roots and getting a feel for the vibe. And that's what it's like to tune in through and to express ourselves to that route. So visual, auditory, kinesthetic, we're primarily one of these things, but even our predominances, they shift around a bit. But pretty much you can guess if a person is visual, auditory, kinesthetic on first meeting by how they first present themselves and how they take in information and understanding and how they interact with people and how they present themselves. So if you pay attention to those things, you'll know if a person is primarily visual, auditory, and kinesthetic, and you'll know exactly how to communicate with these predominantly moded types of people. And you can actually even use their precise blend. Like if they're 70% one thing, 20% the other thing, and just 10% the other thing, you'll tend to, if you're a really good communicator, naturally mod yourself to express yourself in that rank order proportion so that you're understood and felt, and you're more effective as a communicator with the precise person you're trying to communicate with. And I hope this makes sense as an exposition on visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. And ask me if you have any questions regarding conversational hypnosis. Cheers.